What are really highlights, or what have been highlights so far for me, is that we really try to develop an idea about what this project is about, and how can we describe the project and its references. Since SURE is a transdisciplinary project, it's really difficult to find out what is the central outcome and what will be the impact. And with our reference framework, we try to set up a system of self-reflection and evaluation for the project and the funding initiatives in order to get out learnings out of these initiatives, which is, of course, of most importance.
I mean, we are running the facilitation and synthesis research project. So this is the one that accompanies the 10 running projects within the funding priority. And the main outcomes of our synthesis research are the reference framework, as you indicated, which I believe is a massive innovation when it's established, when it's been validated and tested. And the second main outcome is what we call the knowledge synthesizer. It's not a machine, I think that's too much saying, it's rather a methodology or an approach that manages to bring together the many different knowledge resources within the SURE funding priority, within the 10 projects, the hundreds of people who collaborate in there.
We have started to understand that many of the groups are sharing with each other on a voluntary level, very culturally embedded, partly religiously embedded understanding of sharing and of mutual care, and linking this local understanding of the people, of the institutions, with government and also with the administrative tasks, brings about a very unique kind of understanding of risk management and brings about a lot of potentials how to join hands better in the case of risk prevention, of risk communication, and also then, of course, finally to bring these different potentials together in a comprehensive and more sustainable risk management.
We learn, and this is a kind of challenge, especially again as I'm representing university, to develop better communication with the politician, with the policymaker, so something good from our side can be transferred into real policy making. So communication are something that we learn and challenge for the future.
We are going to test the innovative planning method, which is called the round-built planning. So by introducing this planning method, when we invited local experts, actually we are external, so we are not, we don't have expertise of local knowledge, but our role is organize local experts and local stakeholders together to have roundtable discussion.
The most important innovation of our project is and will be even more a toolbox to assess the ecosystem services of any urban green space. Ecosystem services are the benefits that nature does for us, and we are developing this toolbox which will be scalable and transferable to, I would like to say, to almost any country of the world, but especially to metropolitan regions in our countries.
These active requests actually show us the interests of the stakeholders in the project and in the information products we developed, where we invited stakeholders from neighboring provinces, decision makers, planners, to discuss in the province adaptation solutions, cooperation, cross-border cooperation, and we experienced a lot of enthusiasm with all the stakeholders to be able to communicate with their co-workers in the other provinces. And we were also able to channel the results of these workshops, but also from our project in the actually German and European discourse.
And most importantly, project were able to engage young students, students of architecture and urban planning, into the process of plan making. So the combination of every actors into the project design and project implementation, making a strong cornerstone for achieving project development objective. That's what I can see the sustainable development phase. Yeah.
no one work alone in our project. Each work package is linked together and we work together at the same time. We also build a social networks that can help to spread our knowledge to larger audience online, so larger people or larger audience can access to us and can approach to us. This is very new in Vietnam.
We interviewed people in order to narrow that down and specify both sides, societal utilization and technological development over time. So from this very vague start at the beginning, we end up with something very specific now, and that is addressing indoor comfort in wooden buildings by means of insulation technology. Well, the practice of doing transfer work is, from my perspective, the most important outcome for us and learning.
We come up with an idea to promote community-based ecotourism in the Kude River Valley. It is in the outskirts of Da Nang City, and we want to do so by empowering all the stakeholders get involved in the project, especially the community. So we come up with a lot of capacity building activity for them.
I think the most important thing is not the transfer of knowledge from Europe to Asia, but rather inside Asia. So in Thailand they have very well-established concepts for resilient urban development, and to transfer this knowledge to the Philippines and to Vietnam and from these countries back to Thailand, I think that's the main achievement we had.